think we did it.
Did we? Did we do it? Is it
did.
us?
We're here.
How about that? I'm sharing us.
What's up, man?
Oh, you know, this, that, some of this, not as much of that. Yeah, those sorts of things. Oh, and hello, and welcome to
The
the
happy hour, Sunday happy hour live stream.
Sunday Happy Hour live stream.
Yep.
I don't know what happened there. It's fine.
I don't know.
It's been a very confusing time. In a confusing time, it's been a confusing time.
It's true. It's
In
true.
addition to the confusion.
So, but
Yeah.
we're here now. And that's what
We are.
counts.
We are. There I am. Look, I'm pointing at things. I'm doing stuff. I'm moving things around. It's all happening.
Yeah. So I think I feel bad. I feel like I've made you go first a lot the last few times. Is that right?
I don't remember it that way at all. I'm happy to do it, but I'm just as happy to seed that area and have you do it. Would you like? Is there any business we need to cover before we get into the dirty business of playing our musics?
I don't know. Like
Anything on your mind? Any information you wish to impart? Any amusing anecdotes you wish to share? Any impressions you wish to throw to our million of our
impressions.
millions of
Yes.
Yes.
This is Kermit the Frog. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here.
That is solid. Oddly, though, I find Ernie and Kermit to have almost exactly the same voice. Can't do Kermit. I can do
That's
Ernie
true.
though.
It's true.
What's that, little buddy? You want to go to the moon? I did that at dinner once years ago with a friend of mine, and her eyes lit up in the way it's like, I didn't know that noise could come out of you. I didn't know you could do that thing. My 9-year-old has a running tally of like Muppets that I can do impressions of. He says it's 9. I think it's much lower than that. But he had it up there for a while.
Yeah, I think for me it's just Kermit and Ernie for the Muppets, really.
Yeah.
So, but hey.
I can do Baby Animal. Can't do Animal. But I can do Baby Animal
Oh,
from the
right,
Muppet Babies.
from Muppet
cartoon.
Babies. I
Yeah.
remember.
I'm like, yeah, I only have a few, but they're pretty solid. You know, like I feel pretty good about them. I can't. I could do Elmo as a younger man. Those years are gone now. Now it just comes out sounding like either itchy or scratchy. So I won't even try at this point because it's not worth your time.
I know. Well, then I guess impressions out of the way. Maybe we should just get to it.
Those are our first impressions, and we also did our second impressions. So that sounded to me like you would perhaps like to go first, and if that is the case,
I figure I do feel like I've made you go first a couple times. So
I don't feel as though I was made, but if it happened and it makes you feel better, damn you, you go first.
All right.
Yeah. I'm going to stay enjoying that for a long time.
That making the sounds.
Oh yeah. It's the little things repeatedly. Oh, do you mind sharing what song you're going to play first?
Oh yes, I'm going to do this song called "The Litany."
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything you wish to share about said song before you play it?
Oh, it's inspired at least partially by Dune, Arrakis, Desert Planet.
I'm starting to understand it. I'm like 150 pages into the book.
Oh yeah, it's great. Great book. Great book, and the movie's good too. So
it's funny because the movie, it seems like a really good half a movie. Like I was on board. I'm like, finally, I'm getting it and scene. What?
It's first half of the book.
Yeah,
so.
But Joylene is very happy about it because it is her favorite series of books. So
yeah, they're very good. So
yeah.
You'll have much to talk about.
Yeah, I stalled out. I think about 170 pages just because I hadn't like carved out the time to sit down and read. But perhaps it could happen.
Yeah.
So
I
this
just
is
reread it recently. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you are. So this is related.
Yes,
just out of curiosity,
as in the litany of fear, which is
right.
The thing
the mind
Jessica
killer
recites. Yep.
Yeah.
Fear is the mind killer.
Yeah. And is it related, just out of curiosity, is your song and Rob's song, did they come about near the same time? Did they have anything to do with each other?
Mine came much later.
Okay.
So, I was inspired to write my own Dune song from his, but that's about it. So.
Oh, well, that's related in some way.
All right. Wraps around me, keeps my brain in check, walks beside me to my very last breath. What's the matter? Thought that you'd keep up such potential, but it ain't enough. Didn't notice when it all went down. Didn't feel it. Didn't make a sound. Don't belong here. Just a shade. Pretended all this time. Didn't earn this place. All that was inside, hollowed out and lost. Peeling back now, rumbling, it breaks, falls. It falls. Thank you, sir.
I like that one quite a bit, but I don't think I knew what it was about
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah.
what-
So
or what inspired it anyway.
yeah, the litany of fear from Dune.
Yeah.
You know.
I did know what that was because I, like everybody else, I watched the batshit movie from the 80s.
You know,
So-
it was not great,
No.
but there were some good things to it, I will say.
Yeah. It was entertaining. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But
You really got to watch the 4-hour version to get anything out of that movie.
I mean, I don't think I have to.
No, but like if you want like something even slightly cohesive, you got to
Yeah.
watch the 4-hour version. So
I gotcha. Yeah. I'll choose to believe you. And
yeah,
yeah, it's funny though. What I was doing while you're playing, in addition to listening, is I was going through my song list. I'm like, I hear tell of this where people will be playing, songs back and forth, and something will get inspired by like the thing. So I'm flipping through. It's like, oh, that was inspired by like a great work of fiction. I should look through my stuff and find something that's inspired by. Nope, nothing. No. flipping all the way through, and everything's like, I was sad. I was kind of sad. Oh, that was a really bad day. Oh, it's kind of. It's all just like It is literally. I think every single one of them was a phrase that popped into my head, and I remembered to write it down, and then later I had that phrase and I smooshed it with some music and wrote some words. And that's all of them, which is actually, it's great that it works, and it's infuriating because it works. So it's like I don't have much to do with the whole process. Like I can edit things, I can do tips and tails, but like the more I push on things, the worse they are. So it's really irritating. Yeah, I mean, I guess as irritations go, it's a decent
I
one,
know.
but
Like
damn it.
first world songwriter problems.
Exactly. Because nobody's going to, anybody who's ever like written songs with any kind of regularity and then lost that regularity is not going to have any sympathy for me when I say that I just finished my 42nd song of the year, and that ties last year. So if I get something else done before the New Year's, I'll have like the longest one. I'm like at 180 something since we moved to Erie. That doesn't mean they're all good. Or that's the really irritating thing, is when you write a bunch of songs, it's very different than like when you have, because I had periods before where they'd be very few and far between, and I find you worry over them constantly, like you're trying to chisel something out of marble, as opposed to when you're kind of moving along. It's like, well, I kind of see what this is, and I'll do this, and I'll finish this up, and that's good. Okay, that's good. And kind of put them aside, and later I go, like, oh, I really like that one, or oh, I'm not playing that one again.
Yeah, I've been going back to songs that I wrote, and trying to revive them. Going, oh yeah, this actually was cool. Just haven't gotten it into my hands yet. But yeah, like, and when you start writing a lot, you can do the whole write a song, play it, forget about it, and then come back and relearn it. And it's like, oh yeah, that was actually good.
I had a lovely moment of that where I had written something and I put it aside, and I didn't think anything of it either way. And I completely forgot about its existence. And then like 6 months later, I was looking through things. I'm like, what is that? And I listened back to it. I'm like, that's not bad. And I ended up playing it a bit.
Yeah, there's one I'm in the process of relearning right now that I wrote for a song challenge at the open mic, and couldn't manage to play it for the open mic. But I'm like, this is got something, So I'm trying to relearn it now. So
yeah, I'm going back and forth on those. I'm getting better about just like, if I have it, record it, and then listen to it again in the morning, because I have a better head for songs in the morning. Like by the night, I've just been beat down by the day, and I'm like, I can't. I hate everything. Like I was practicing this week for this, and there was a lot of, no, I don't like this song. So I get like through a verse of a song, or maybe to the chorus, like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's like I got to start practicing earlier in the day. Excuse me. Yeah, but I don't have any like literature related ones, which is odd. They're just like a phrase, and something will happen, and then I'll just start writing. It's not quite automatic writing, but it's close. I was like, oh, and I can go back, and there are a couple that actually had some craft to them, and some of those I like, and some of those I don't. There was one, I was going to play it if I could find it. See, I was going to put everything in order, because that would have helped. But I did not do that. I did not do that at all. So, instead, I did other things. I went to the store, and I bought things and I loaded things out of my car in the rain. That is what I did. So instead of continuing to look for things, I'm going to get a capo and play a song I know.
All right.
That's what I'm going to do. It's funny because this song, when I wrote it, I thought, this is like almost like a tribute to the people I know here in Erie, and we all know each other from bars and being musicians, and I had very warm feelings about it, and then I actually like listened to what I wrote. I'm like, that is not a warm. That is. There's worry there.
What do you call it?
It's called worrying, but the song is called In the Dark. So here is In the Dark. Hi, there I am. Take the time to leave a message somewhere I might see. Something to remind me where I am. Any opportunity to call back something else. Don't think I won't leave nasty mark. I only know my friends in the dark. Make up something better than that, something with appeal. Make sure I don't lose the plot too soon. Can you manage calling up a picture or a phrase? I'll take anything to cause a spark. I only know my friends in the dark. Order something funnier and tell me something strong. The sun come for us before too long. So take me somewhere else. Let me think this is enough, at least to make the rest of it a blur. If you can't make promises, I won't bother to lie. Kill it with me, bet it leaves a mark. I only know my friends in the dark. I only know my friends in the dark. Then that is the end of that song.
Nice.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you. No, please. I have very warm feelings toward that song, even though it's not a very happy song. I think it just reminds me of the time that it's inspired by. There were a lot of us at this. You know how bars kind of have a season, like they kind of come and go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one did. Unfortunately, it's one of the things that closed down. But it was, this was the kind of the musicians' bar in town. And, it was a good open mic. Like, you could go there and you could hear good music. And I made a lot of the friends that I have in town. But honestly, I went for months without playing. I just went there as the host, like, you want to play? Wow. It's like, yeah. I'm like, no, I'm here to listen and drink. And I just hang out and listen. And, I was of two minds about playing, solo anyway, but I eventually got there. But yeah, just kind of getting to know people there and getting used to being in a bar by myself, which was never something I did before. Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. Like, that's one of the few things that I feel like, before the pandemic, around my area where I live, there's not like a local bar that's like walking distance from my house, and I've always felt a little bit, cheated by that.
I don't have that here. I actually had one in Baltimore. There was one like around the corner, but it got dicey real fast, so we didn't spend a lot of time there. So I didn't really have one. Like this one is, in maybe 20 minutes away in Erie proper. We're like outside of Erie. But
yeah, we used to have one in the area called College Perk.
I remember that place.
It's like a bar and coffee shop.
Mm-hmm. I didn't remember it being a bar. Shows you what I know.
Yeah, they served alcohol there.
Yeah, my priorities were very different then.
Yeah, food too. And then the open mic was always really crazy. It was always filled with college students, and so like a very rowdy crowd. But I mean, not rowdy in a getting in fights way, but there was always like lots of stuff going on and lots of people being excited. So yeah.
Huh.
Anyway.
Yeah, I remember going to that. I remember there being a lot of people there. I remember some formation of you guys playing.
Oh yeah, it was Iliami Central for a long time.
Yeah, so. And like just like bringing the house down, and then Joylene and I went up and just ate shit. Like nobody cared at all. And I think as you guys were coming off, I just looked at Rob. I'm like, and thanks a lot, man. And and we're like, hi everybody, here's our stupid songs. This was a very long time ago. We certainly weren't regulars there. We weren't really regulars anywhere. Our pregame talk about taking the long way round for everything and making things much harder on yourself than they actually have to be, and having to learn the hard way. That's part of it. That goes in the list of shit we could have made easier on ourselves if we'd bothered. So anyway, what were you of a mind to play next, sir?
I've got a song called The Minotaur that I like to do.
Oh, that is a good song.
Even that's all right.
That's all right with me.
All right.
You should Minotaur this thing down. No, that's not going to work out. Rowan Corbett, everybody.
This is not ancient Greece. I am no oracle. I'm prone to the many faults and flaws of mankind. And my father, he is no Godhead, but flesh and bones. But flesh is weak, bones will break, just like courage and resolve. As a boy, I prayed to be just like you, to earn your honor, and your courage, your resolve. It's not ancient Greece that I see the monster you've become. The Minotaur shadow on the wall. Your words pursue me through a maze of crippled logic. Disturbed by your lack of faith, confined by your resolve. Just behind me now, and I've got nowhere left to run. You track my every movement. So you've won me in my place, and I'll never down you again. Volcano blows, the ash falls down like rain. I still love you, but I'll never be the same. Oh, I'll never be the same.
Almost got tricked, and then I didn't. Yeah. Yeah, Rowan. Hooray for the Rowan. There we are. Look at us. And then we're back there now.
There you go.
I'm hitting buttons. I'm doing things. I'm saying stuff.
Buttons. Who's got the buttons?
I've got lots of buttons. Hotkeys I'm not quite down on, but buttons I have. You take your victories where you can. I again, I am liking the look of the the space. Yeah, get some instruments kind of hidden, kind of partially obscured, but not totally. You know they're there.
Yeah,
you may not you may not know what they are, but you know that they're there.
Well, there's the banjo directly behind me, and then there's a bass and electric. So.
Did I don't know. Well, why would I have seen you play bass? But I don't think I knew there was specifically a bass.
Aspiring.
Bass is nothing if not aspirational.
Yes. Well, and actually, here in the next, hopefully in the next 3 weeks or so, I'm going to start actual work on my solo recording.
Fantastic.
And,
are you going to have it done in time for 2022? You're going to finish it this month, right? This month, next month?
No. But
No?
I'm going to get started on it. So
That's good. I am not going to get started on mine. Oh, go ahead.
But the point is that the bass is part of that. I want to be able to lay down like some bass tracks on my own, and then just to get ideas down, and then maybe. If they work out, fine, cool. But if not, to give to someone to say, this is what I was thinking. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah. I aspire to at some point now that my band is getting a practice space and able to practice again, to actually go record something. We've got enough songs for it. I don't know if they're the 10 songs I want to do, but 10 is my platonic ideal for an album.
Mine is more like, my platonic idea of an album is like, it has to be an hour or longer.
Oh, we
doesn't have to be 10 songs, but
agree to
hour.
Disagree, sir. We are not we do very different things. That would be really weird if I had like an hour-long album. I have the songs for it, but my songs tend to be shorter. and different kinds of things. But I can't imagine, like in our old band, they're like, yeah, we should have 2 sets and play for 2 hours. Like, no, like, why not? It's like, I don't want to hear that many of my songs. I don't want anyone else to have to either. It's just not how it works for me. There are bands it works great for, but that was never me. Yeah.
I guess for myself, for my own part of it is that if I'm going to lay down $15 for an album, I want to be entertained for an hour. So
I could see that, except albums aren't $15 anymore.
Well, a lot of times they are 15. 10 to 15 for like 10 for like 10. MP3s. 15 if you're buying from someone directly.
Oh,
a lot of times.
I see. Yeah, I could see
So-
that. I know that feeling that feels like a holdover from the CD age, where it's like, we could
I'm
fit
totally a holdover from the CD age.
so much stuff on there. And it's funny because there are bands I love, and I love a long album in the right situation. But like do you know the band The Catherine Wheel?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Familiar
love The
with
Catherine Wheel, and their albums are long, and I appreciate like the value of it. But I swear to you that I didn't know the last song on albums I had owned for 20 years. Because it's just so long, and I ended up really liking those songs. But
I'm that guy who even into the age of the MP3s and streaming services and all that, I still listen to full albums.
totally allowed, totally allowed.
And I don't I don't buy singles.
Mm.
I don't even listen to like radio mixes on like Spotify or YouTube Music or anything like that.
Wow.
It's like I listen to an album.
Yeah, we were doing some of that when we were doing house stuff, because I still have my old iPod. I haven't loaded anything onto it in I don't know how many years, 5, 6, 8 years, whatever it's been. But I still have like a player for it in the kitchen. So, we'll like listen to stuff we haven't heard in a while, and I'd put on like a whole album. I had I think we've spoken briefly about my Mel Torme obsession. But I had like, I don't know, 20, 25 albums worth of stuff on there by him that I know well, like
Right.
I was in that way that you only know albums when you're obsessed on the artist. You're really obsessing on them and spending your time. So I had that. And it's also normally when we're doing stuff, I put on louder music, but we started doing house cleaning at like 9:30 on a Sunday morning. I'm like, I need to ease into this. I actually put on I went full like Starbucks, like old Starbucks. I put on the first Madeline Peru record, Careless Love,
Yeah.
which is a gorgeous, quiet record, really nicely recorded. I'm like, oh, stand-up bass. I like this. It gets a little samey after a while, but there's some really good songs on it, so I have no complaints.
Yeah, I had that sort of thing with Cowboy Junkies. I really love it. It gets a little samey after a while.
It does, but
that Trinity Sessions album,
one microphone.
nice.
Yeah, no, I mean that was how they recorded that album.
No, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I always loved that story. I loved watching stuff with them because there's the singer who's awesome, and then her brother, the guitar player, who's always sitting in like a folding chair with his hair in his eyes, just going like this. They had a live record that was very disappointing. I do not recommend it.
Yeah,
Maybe they did
live albums are often hit or miss with bands.
Yeah, depends on
Some bands are better in the studio. Some bands are better live.
Yeah. So can you hear the truck going by in the background here?
Nope, not at all.
I can hear it on the other side of there's a wall here, and on the other side of that wall is the outside.
All right.
And very near to the outside is a road, and on that road there appears to be a truck because I can hear it.
Well, why don't you drown it out with some loud guitar? Or
Very, very nicely done, sir. I could see you getting tired. It's like, okay, remember what I said about it gets to be a bit much after a while? That was about you, man. Here's the song. Repeatedly, impressively, accomplish almost nothing, see it's easy. You don't know where to start. Excessively, depressingly, I take the longest way, you see. Squat to do when you're missing one part. I don't have the heart, wouldn't know where to start. I don't have the heart. If anyone should somehow run across an extra unused one that could be jerry-rigged to fill the spot, and you could bring a bit of string to hold in place the bloody thing, I'm sure that's all I need. What I have now, I don't have the heart, never was my best part. I don't have the heart. It could be worse somehow. It could be worse somehow. Not sure now. I know it's not a thing a lot of people would admit they've not enough of to get moving and get on. You'd be amazed somehow these days how many sad and stilted ways there are to muddle through with that part gone. I don't have the heart, never was my best part. I don't have the heart. Thank you. Did I get you with the trick ending?
Only slightly.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. I guess we got all chatty all of a sudden. Did you want? Oh, that was one of the ones, by the way, that I actually had to sit there and tips and tails on it. It's like, no. I want internal rhyme. No. It's got to happen here.
I really like that one because it's so it's so intricate in its rhythm and such. So,
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
It's that one was work. That one had like, okay, I got to keep this part going. Okay, I have to spin this plate. So that one, some of them are just like, wah, and there's a song. But this one, I had to actually work, and I guess that's good sometimes. I am not drinking anything interesting, so I won't draw attention to it. But what are you drinking this evening?
Oh, a Manhattan. So I have 3 cherries.
Tell me again what a Manhattan is. You've told me.
In this case, bullet bourbon,
Okay.
Bitters, and sweet vermouth, and then Bing cherries.
Very nice.
Yeah, Bing, marinated cherries. So, yeah,
very nice. That sounds very pleasant. I'm aged, and I'm starting to understand my limitations. So I am having a fizzy water.
Oh yeah, I will be. I've got some soda water here, and I will be guzzling that to counteract the effects of the Manhattan.
Yeah, I got better about it again. Like, for a while there when I was working, drinking semi-professionally, trying to, go professional. I'm like, what? There's ice in this? I'll be fine. Like, no, you are not fine. Like, I'm not walking upright. It's bad. So, I figure I will, talk all day, as you may have noticed in our last year plus of extended friendship. So, how about we just, if you're of a mind, want to jump into another song?
Yeah. This is one called Shantytown.
Oh, that's a good one.
Shantytown, it's become his home, where all his filled with a friends, nothing to call his own. Shantytown, his home. Shantytown. Since they called us bums and they hide the children when we come, we don't want to hurt no one, just want to live our lives and then move on. When the rain comes down, this becomes a muddy hole. Everybody disappears except me. Stay in my tent alone. Work's done, I'll get my pay. Put on my coat and hop the train. Leave my tents and my tools, so some other fool can live this way. Working in this shanty town, it's become his home, where all is filled with a friends, nothing to call his own. Shanty town, his home. Shanty town.
Clappity clap, clap, clap. I like that one. It's heavy.
Heavy.
Yes.
In the sense of like grr, or in the sense of like heavy and like emotional.
Oh, heavy. Germotional.
Emotional. Okay.
Germotional. No. Subject matter.
Mm.
I like that song a lot.
Yeah.
I was considering, because I have one that I haven't played yet that I wrote, I guess, a week or two ago.
Oh.
And the bridge is a little dodgy. And I probably should have put some more work into it. So I'm considering. So something I know better, or something brand new that not really sure how it's going to work out.
How questionable do you feel it is? I mean, I feel like you're an accomplished musician. I feel like you can handle it.
No, you might have too much faith in me, but well, I was trying to run through it. I'm like, do I? It's it's interesting, but I don't know.
All right, I'll
It's
make you a deal.
Okay.
You do one
Uh-huh.
that you haven't performed out, and I'll do one that I've only performed out once before.
I mean, it doesn't sound like quite like quid
I'm
pro quo.
I'm still shaky on it. So
Okay. Well, as long as you're still shaky on it, that's what matters.
okay.
Okay. I'll give it a shot. Just keep in mind, forewarned. Is forearmed.
Forewarned. Yeah, forewarned is forearmed. There you go.
I will say I do like the I like the premise. It came from I was messaging with a friend who's younger but has also been in a long-term relationship, and we were chatting back and forth, and I was just like, yeah, Joylene and I are in it to the ground, which sounds awful but also kind of sounds right,
Yeah.
They all end one of two ways. What's the thing?
Yeah.
Half of marriages end in divorce, the other half ends in death, and it's it's just true. Think what you want, about like how, I don't mean you in particular, you, Rowan, but I mean anyone can think what they want about, like, isn't that kind of morbid? It's like, well, maybe it's morbid or maybe it's not, but it's true.
Well,
You have to just, at some point, you either accept it or you don't.
Well, life has morbidity built in.
Yeah, there's a shelf life, and it's especially great that you don't really, unless you go to specific ends, you don't know.
Yeah.
I got real lucky with that. I know a lot of people who are obsessed with death, and they're I don't know if afraid is the word, but I think some people are afraid. And a lot of bad things came in my wiring, but one of them that didn't come was any fear of death. Just never had it. Just like, sun's going to come up, sun's going to go down, you're going to die one day. It's there. And I always, once I got a little older and had a chance to see what other people were like with it, I felt pretty thankful that I wasn't concerned,
Mm-hmm.
So there is that. We always manage to touch on some interesting stuff here, whether we like it or not, don't we?
I know, right? Yeah, we're so chipper too.
Yeah, it's the kind of talk you get here at the Sunday Happy Hour live stream. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, y'all. Chris
Okay.
Eric.
Yep, I'm going to try this song. And it's high too, so that's also.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe
not,
I'll sing mine falsetto.
No, not better.
I won't.
Just high. So here it is. Make a plan and go on with whatever's there. Look away and they're gone. If it's not fair, tiny gains and crushing losses till only one's around. Bits of spite and something darker still. Kind of thing that wears away at warmth and will. Maybe makes you question it and everything you found. In it to the ground, in it to the ground, in it to the ground, in it to the ground. On another Sunday, getting toward the end, stories don't stop that way. Can pretend of all the things we've managed to lose, one thing that we've found, in it to the ground, in it to the ground, in it to the ground, in it to the ground. Balled up fists and fallen hopes, devastating cliched tropes, making do with what's nearby, losing out and asking why, wearing down and wearing out, nearly giving into doubt, still being too hard-headed to leave, we'd both regret it. Make your choices one way, realize too late everything that went into it has to wait. The pretty colors may all fade when they used to astound, but still, in it to the ground, in it to the ground, in it to the ground, in it to the ground. Thanks.
Chris Eric, y'all.
That's me.
That's you.
I made it through. I didn't.
You did. I
didn't
felt
screw
like
it up.
that was pretty solid.
It felt okay. It felt all right. I was like, I wonder where this changes. Okay, here we go, guys. It's you and me. See what happens.
I think you nailed it, sir. I think.
Well, thanks. So, have I heard the song before that you are about to play?
You may have heard it once. I did it. I wrote it like either the day before or the day of one of our song challenges for the virtual open mic, and performed it that once and haven't performed it since. So I've been, and it was like 6 months ago. So, so this is my attempt to resurrect it.
Do you remember what the prompt was?
The prompt was crafted in madness.
Cool. I remember that one too. Are you doing one for the next one?
I intend to. Have I written it yet? So I have some vague ideas floating around, but they're
sometimes
very,
that's all
very
you need.
vague. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, now you gotta put up.
All right. One. Let's see here. Cold light shines back at me. Twisted, wreathed all in leaves. Take back all that I see. You're just the latest thief. Wisdom becomes my foe. Madness, end of all. crafted. It's beautiful. See how my shadow grows. The Queen of all has come. The vision has won. Weep before the sun. Brightest forever the one. Behold, I am lethal and fair. Love me and despair.
Ah, I like that one. There, to be fair, that's usually my response. Like, oh, I like that one. I like that one. Turns out I like your music.
A little
works out
rough,
well.
but
Yeah.
but I got the idea across. So it's called, for the moment, it's called the Sylvan Mirror. I think I'm still tweaking it. So
There's always a tweak. Are you thinking about bringing that one back around?
oh yeah, definitely.
Good. That's a
I'm
good call.
committed to that one. So yeah.
It's good. It's important to be committed. I think. I thought about finding mine for that, and I realized that I hadn't touched it maybe since we did that 6 months ago.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I'm not sure I even know how it goes anymore. I'd have to go back and listen to the demo. And as great of programming as that would be for a live stream, just watching me listening to my phone. I don't
Yeah,
think that'd be
there's
good.
one other one that I really liked, and
Yeah.
it was just like, but I completely like crashed and burned trying to perform it. But I'm like, there's something there, and I'm going to go back and I'm going back to relearn that one. So
It's unfortunate that you crashed and burned. Good that you can come back for it, because I like when I crash and burn on something. I'm like, well, that's done. I guess that song's going forever now because it's just over. I better write something else. I mean, some of them stick around. I could screw them up sometimes. It works out okay though. To you.
Slangeva.
Yeah, it got. I don't know what it's like there, but it has gotten bitterly cold here all of a sudden. Like fall didn't happen.
Not bitter. Like it was 50s today, but it's been 40s most of the week.
Yeah, it was in the 30s. Like it snowed.
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah, we had not like a lot, but like enough that it's like, oh yeah, oh all right.
Yeah.
We have that thing here. I think I told you before. Everybody treats the winter like you treat your newborn sleeping. Like this will be the time they sleep. No, this will be the time they sleep. Like it won't work out that way this time. It's the only way people stay sane, I think.
Yeah.
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 So, I have been asked how much longer we wanted to go. It is 6:00. You want to go around a couple more times and call it an evening?
Yeah.
Does that work
Yeah,
for you?
that sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah. Here is. I think I'm just going to jump right ahead if you don't mind.
No, please do.
Here is one, another newish one that I really liked. I really like the hook of, and it's called "To Make It," because if I named it the whole chorus, then it gives away the chorus, and it's a whole thing. It's you play like I've run into that a lot, like with writing more songs. It's like, if you just give away the whole thing in the title, then why watch the movie? Because the trailer had all the stuff in it.
Right.
Like, all the stuff. These like 6-minute trailers where it's like, well, I don't need to see the movie now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want your songs to be kind of like The Matrix, you know? Like, you're like, well, that looks interesting. And then you watch it and you're like, oh my God. You know, not that I've gotten there yet, but
I have, honestly, I think we've talked about this before, but you put it in my head that I have to give The Matrix another try, because I did not enjoy it. I just
not even the first one.
No, I thought it. Oh. One, I'm not super into special effects. Like I'm not into them. And two, the reaction to it, like everybody going on about the idea of, you know, what if what we're experiencing now is a simulation and the real world is, I mean, so you've never like read like one philosophy book. Like you've never taken like 101. Like it's really, and you know, and I am married to a very intelligent, well-educated person, and our reaction was the same, you know, like the bullet stuff was neat, you know, but like I didn't, but like the stuff you said about the gender issues in it, I'm like, well, shit. I believe the other night it came up, and we're in the living room, Joylene and I are talking, and I said, yeah, it's like The Matrix. Damn you, Rowan. Like, we have to.
Well, can I explain?
Please,
for what people?
Please do.
So, so The Matrix. You know, most people have seen it by now. It's, you know, it's over 20 years old. So spoilers are kind of irrelevant at this point. But something that was written into the film that the Wachowskis were not able to put in, the studio didn't go for it, was that the character Switch was female in The Matrix, but male in the real world. And they pulled that. And that's super significant because both the Wachowskis have come out as transgender. You know, Lana first, and then Wendy, like maybe 15 years later. Yeah. So, but yeah. So, anyway, so when you look at it through the lens of that, it's fascinating, you know.
Damn it, Rowan.
I know.
Oh, yeah. I had too many people in black dusters after that happened. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And they were a little heavy-handed with the Christian symbolism, but you know, add the gender stuff in there, and I think that will help. Just try it. You don't even have to go past the first movie.
Okay. Well, you don't have to worry about that. Like I tried with the other one. I think we actually saw the second one in the theater, and like this is not good. Like I
saw the first one in the theater like 5 times.
I would imagine it's a lot of fun in the theater. Like you catch me very differently in a theater. Like one of the best theater experiences I've ever had was when like a year ago when we rented like a little movie theater and watched Kong versus Godzilla. And it was astounding because I love like the atomic breath, and when he does the atomic breath, and you know the noise, and it happened. I went, yeah, like I actually yelled, and it's just the 4 of us in the theater, and my kids are looking at me like, can we do that too? And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, yeah. So we had a ball. I don't think that makes it a good movie, but we had a ball. But it does, you know. It definitely it is what it says it is on the tin. So in those in that instance, I'll give it another try. She actually said the other night, it's like, do you want to give Matrix another try? I'm like, yeah, I guess. Damn it.
There was a lot of hype around it, so I can understand.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's the Led Zeppelin of it all. You know, like if you have enough Hesher guys around you going on about how great. Sorry, I like to keep my references current. If you have enough guys go, dude, like don't start with dude. Like we're already at you've said one word and we're already at an impasse. Like about how great it is. It turns out a friend of mine who's a couple years older, I went to high school with, texted me like a year or two ago. It's like, it turns out Led Zeppelin's really good. Yeah.
Someone someone pointed out, they're great performers. Songwriting, but performers.
Oh, see, I'd go the other way entirely because
I think it depends on the song.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think the records are fantastic, but I think that the fact you watch them, and not my line, but Eddie Van Halen said, he's like, the Zeppelin records are so great, and then you see them live, and Jimmy Page plays like a 5-year-old with a broken hand. I'm like, damn. And he's not wrong, because all those solos are so like comically bad. It's almost like he was trolling the audience like decades before that existed. He's like, how high is everybody? Yeah, it's like so bad. Although I will say their BBC sessions are astounding. And like, Robert Plant's like 19, Bonham's like 20. The old men in the band are like 25, and they're just like just melting everything down. That stuff's great, but yeah. So, anyway. So here's another song, because again, if we just say we're going to go around a couple more times and keep talking, we'll never stop. And I feel like our families would like us for something other than this.
Yeah.
So I will. That's me. Yeah. This is called "To Make It." Let's see if I get it right. All the time and all the things that have happened. Did you think it'd take this long to find the one break? Just one. You don't love me enough. You don't love me enough. You don't love me enough to make it. To make it. And is it all just a laugh? Something you've imagined again. Can't be trusted, can't be kept, can't stop running, just can't. You don't love me enough. You don't love me enough. You don't love me enough to make it. Make it. What makes you think this has something to do with you? I don't see anyone else here. Who am I talking to? And here we are, just back to one stool pencil and the fear. You don't love me enough. You don't love me enough. You don't love me enough. Make it. Make it. Make it. Thank you.
Chris Eric.
But you see, if I called it the whole title that, but I couldn't do that, so So,
I see your point.
yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, so let's see. You went first. So, do you want to do one more, and I'll do one more, and then we'll let people go on about their nights or what have you.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I think it's a good plan.
Yeah. I think.
So, what's your last song going to be, though?
I think I'm gonna do a song. One of my oldest songs, actually, called "Posies." So.
Well, cool. I thought you said you were doing a Posey song. I'm like, you don't want to do a Posey song.
No, just my oldest song called Posies.
Well, all right.
Live like a domino, live to fall down, live for the act of falling to the ground. Why can't you just like it? Why can't you have fun? Why can't you just believe that the earth goes around the sun? Live like a domino, live to fall down, live for the act of falling to the ground. You suffer for your music, yeah, you suffer for your soul. Yeah, you suffer cause it's all that makes you feel. Ooh. Live like a domino, live to fall down, live for the act of falling to the ground. Ring around the roses, ring around your heart. Ring so tight that it broke your little heart. Live like a domino, live to fall down, live for the act of falling to the. Live like a domino, live to fall down, live for the act of falling to. Fall into the ground.
Very nicely done, sir.
Thank you. Goodness.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't think I've heard that one before.
Oh, have you not? Oh, goodness.
I don't think I have. I'm sorry. I'm flailing because I was like, what do I play? What do I play? What do I play? What do I play? And I had an idea. There's some songs that I think like are really good. Like they're good, like solid pieces of work. And there are ones that I don't like at all. And then there's like a couple that I think are kind of throwaways, but I kind of like the idea anyway. And I had like I think, you know, like there's I have a propensity to try to be clever whether I like it or not. And it's a matter of and it's choose to say if I was successful or not. That's for the listener to decide. But but it's a matter of how much I lean into that or lean away and actually, try to do something as opposed to just be, clever. So, but this one is, if nothing else, it is mercifully short. And I do like this one. I think to me, this one is very funny, but that's just me. So I think I've played it before, but not like this. It's called It's All I Have to Give. You'll figure that part out. So I'm going to start playing that. I'll even hit the button. Oh, you can hit the button too.
I got it.
Let's see. It's all I have to give. No, it's not a lot. And if you think it's not enough, it's not. It's all I have to give. No, it isn't much. And if you think it's not enough, lose touch. Disappointment is expected. The mistakes can be corrected, because every fix has been rejected. It's all I have to give. I know you wanted more. And if you think it's not enough, I'll pour. It's all I have to give, the width and breadth of it. And if you think it's not enough, well, quit. No refunds can be offered, notwithstanding what's been proffered. No Sammy only offered. It's all I have to give. It's all I have to give. It's all I have to give. Thanks.
Chris Eric, y'all.
I did change, I changed the whole key and everything on that one. Well, same key, but moved it. I capoed on acoustic, and I had to figure it out, and I'm doing it on the fly, which is why it was I have the wrong chords written down now. I have to okay, move that.
I would have just given up. I'd been like, oh, nope, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're way ahead of me on that one.
That I could manage on the fly. Well, you're doing okay, it's 1, 4, 5. Okay, I can do that. Okay, what's the 6? Okay, I can do that. Okay, what's this part? I can't do that. Hence the part that I couldn't do. Yeah. I think we did it. I think we
did it.
I think we did another one. I don't think we went down too many horrible conversational alleys. I think we did all right. I think we survived. Whomsoever was nice enough to pop in for however long, thank you.
Yeah. We got a shout out from Chris Otto.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's doing all right. He says he's got some stuff that he's got to work on. So he caught a little bit, but he's going to watch the rest later. So.
Oh, yeah, it's always there for you to hear us have weird circular conversations about things.
Yeah, and if you didn't get enough of us, and you want to see other people like us, you might want to check out the VOM, the virtual open mic. We do that every Monday night.
That would include Chris Otto often, wouldn't it?
That would also often include Chris Otto. And then I'll be hosting the spring open mic on Tuesday as well. So, yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Lots of stuff coming up this week. And then Turkey Day. So
that's right. That's on Thursday.
That's on Thursday.
Yes.
So
yes, these are
if
things
you're in
I
the
don't
United
know.
States, yeah.
Yeah. Turns out, yeah. I'm almost
Canadians,
not.
they do theirs earlier, I think. So
I think you're right. We know some Canadians we should ask. I feel like it's information we should get from people, not from the internet. So do we have any special holiday-related sign-off?
Don't
Well, I hadn't
eat
planned
too
on
much
it, asshole.
turkey, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I won't. I promise. Yeah, if you do this sort of thing and you like that sort of thing, I hope you have an agreeable time doing that.
Yeah. Eat an extra piece of pie for me. How about that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, always more pie.
Yeah.
So much pie. All the pie.
All right. Thanks again for tuning in, y'all. This has been the Sunday Happy Hour live stream.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.